Chosen one, stop. Do not scroll. Do not move. Do not let anything distract you. What I am about to reveal is not a choice. It is a summons. Heaven has waited for this exact moment to speak to your soul. Not yesterday, not last week, not a year ago. The timing is precise and the window is open now. This message is not for everyone. It is only for the ones who survived the fire. It is for the ones who kept believing when every door was slammed shut. It is for the ones who passed the test in the dark without knowing they were being watched. You are here because you are ready. The Father is speaking right now, and his command is absolute. He says it is time. He says tell them everything. Tell. If you feel a warmth in your chest or a vibration in your spirit, then this is your confirmation. You must seal this moment. Like this video right now to claim your place among the chosen. Subscribe to this channel immediately because the revelations are coming faster now and you cannot afford to miss what comes next. Your season of hiding is over. Your season of power has begun. Stay with me. Listen closely, because what I am about to tell you is the reason your battles felt so lonely. You have spent seasons asking heaven why the doors remained closed and why the voices you once heard became a desert of silence. You felt like a stranger in your own home. You felt like an alien among your own blood. You thought your isolation was a sign of failure, but I am here to reveal that your isolation was your incubation. A seed that is uncovered too early never becomes a tree. If heaven had shown you the magnitude of your destiny while you were still bleeding from your past, you would have been crushed by the weight of the glory. God was not ignoring you. He was hiding you. He was keeping you in the dark soil of preparation because your spirit needed to harden into the diamond it is today. You had to grow beyond the need for human approval. You had to break away from the structures that could not contain your light. You had to heal in the shadows so that you would not bleed on the people you are called to lead. The silence was the greatest mercy you have ever received. It was the sanctuary of the set apart. You were being sculpted in a room where only the Creator had the key. You felt the ringing in your ears, and you thought it was a burden, but it was the sound of your frequency being recalibrated for a higher call. You woke up at 3 in the morning with a heart racing for no reason, and you thought it was anxiety, but it was your soul being summoned to a watch that the world cannot understand. You are not crazy. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You have been leaking your power by trying to explain your fire to people who only understand ice. Stop trying to make the blind see your vision. Stop trying to make the deaf hear your song. The season of silence was necessary to teach you that your validation comes from the throne and not from the crowd. You are now at the threshold of a breakthrough that required this exact level of maturity. Power without maturity is a weapon that turns on its owner. But you have passed the test of the desert. You have survived the forge of the hidden years. Every lonely night was a brick in your foundation. Every unanswered prayer was a shield around your destiny. Every moment of rejection was an invitation to a higher alignment. Before we move into the specific markers of your selection, you must acknowledge this transition. Click the like button right now as a seal of your maturity and type the name of the city where you are standing. Watch in the comments. Let the world know where the lights are being lit. This is for the alignment of the chosen ones across the earth to show that the silence is over. The truth you are about to hear carries a weight that only the ready can bear. And chosen one, you are ready. Think about Joseph. He was a boy with dreams that heaven breathed into his spirit. But those dreams did not lead him to a palace. They led him to a pit. They led him to betrayal by his own blood. They led him to a prison cell where the only thing louder than the chains was the silence of God. You have felt that silence. You have felt the cold walls of your own prison. Why did heaven wait? Why was the revelation delayed for so many years? It was because the man who received the dream was not yet the man who could rule the kingdom. He had to be broken to be built. He had to be forgotten by men to be remembered by the throne. The same is true for you, chosen one. Your life has been a series of patterns that you thought were accidents. You have gone through battles you did not ask for. You have endured losses you did not deserve. You have faced storms you did not see coming, and nights where you cried until you tasted your own tears. But you are still here. This is your confirmation. Hear this truth clearly. God was not waiting for your situation to change. He was waiting for you to transform. The enemy did not attack you because you were weak. He attacked because he saw your destiny long before you did. The pressure was not meant to crush you. It was meant to turn your soul into a diamond that nothing on this earth can scratch. Every closed door was a redirection. Every betrayal was a removal of what could not go where you are going. Every lonely night was a brick in your foundation. Every unanswered prayer was a shield around your destiny. You are transformed. You are strengthened. You are awakened. The old version of you could not carry the weight of what is coming, but this version can. You have passed the test of the fire. You have survived the forge of the hidden years. Only now can you receive the truth without breaking under the weight of it. You are no longer a victim of your history. You are the architect of your destiny. Heaven is looking at you right now, and the Father is saying that you are ready. Before the final seal is removed, you must acknowledge this alignment. Like this video right now to signal your strength to the heavens. Type the exact time you are watching this message in the comments. This is your timestamp of transformation. The clock of your old life has stopped, and the clock of your purpose has begun to tick. Stay with me, because the veil is finally lifting. Here it is. I told you that the revelation would come only when your soul was quiet enough to receive it, and that moment has arrived. Something deep inside your spirit is beginning to vibrate right now, because your inner being recognizes the sound of its own purpose being announced. You have spent years looking at your history as a collection of random tragedies and missed opportunities. You have viewed your scars as marks of shame and your tears as evidence of your abandonment. But the truth I am about to deliver is the divine reversal of every lie you have ever believed about your own life. You were never just fighting to survive. You were never a casualty of a cruel world or a forgotten soul lost in a silent universe. You were being sculpted. You were in the hands of the master architect who does not waste a single drop of paint or a single strike of the chisel. Every moment of agony that felt like a punishment was actually a precise calculation of preparation. You were being hollowed out so that you could contain a greater measure of glory than those around you. You were being broken in specific places so that you could be rebuilt with a foundation that no earthly earthquake could ever crack. The pressure you felt was not designed to crush your spirit, but to turn the raw carbon of your soul into a diamond that nothing on this earth can scratch. Every closed door that left you standing alone in the cold. Every betrayal by those you trusted with your deepest secrets. Every delay that made you feel like you were falling behind the rest of the world. Every lonely night where the silence felt like a heavy physical weight. Every heartbreak that made you question if you were even worthy of being loved. Every disappointment that made you want to close your eyes and never dream again. None of it was random. None of it was wasted. None of it was a mistake made by a distracted heaven. It was the curriculum of the chosen ones. It was the divine training ground for the position you were born to occupy. You were being molded into a leader who understands the weight of authority because you have already carried the weight of sorrow. You were being tempered into a warrior who does not flinch at the sound of the storm because you have already lived inside the eye of the hurricane. You were being ignited into a light bearer who can stand in the deepest shadows without losing your glow. You were being prepared as a world shifter who carries the frequency of the future in your very bones. You were not being punished, you were being prepared. God did not forget you in the dark soil of your life. He was hiding you there. He was protecting your germination from the eyes of those who would have stolen your harvest before it was ready. He was keeping you in the sanctuary of silence until your roots were deep enough to sustain the massive growth that is about to manifest. The enemy did not attack you because you were weak or vulnerable. He attacked you because he saw your destiny long before you ever recognized it. He saw the crown of fire over your head while you were still focused on the chains around your feet. He tried to drown you in the beginning because he was terrified of who you would become in the end. Every weapon formed against you was actually a tribute to your importance. Every obstacle in your path was a sign that you were heading toward a breakthrough that would change the frequency of the world. You are not ordinary, and you never have been. The isolation you felt was not a sign of rejection, but the boundary of your sanctification. You are being moved from the forge to the manifestation. You are being moved from the shadow to the stage. This is the moment where the training ends and the assignment begins. Your spiritual promotion has been signed and sealed in the courts of heaven, and it is being activated right now. Because these revelations are coming with increasing speed and intensity, you must subscribe to this channel immediately. Do not let the noise of the mundane world disconnect you from this frequency of power. Stay in alignment with the call. Your transformation is no longer a distant promise, it is a finished work. Here it is. Your promotion is here. Your activation is now. Your new life has begun. Your next season has already begun. Do not look for it in the distance because it is already vibrating in the air around you and moving through the very cells of your body. You feel the shift in the atmosphere and the sudden heaviness in your bones, and you thought it was a sign that you were losing your way. But I am here to tell you that the weight you feel is the weight of your own glory arriving. The reason the warfare has intensified in these last few weeks is not because you are under a curse, but because you are under an announcement. The enemy is not a fool, and he is not blind to the movements of the Spirit. He can smell the scent of the palace on your skin long before you can see the gates with your natural eyes. He saw the shift in the heavens. He saw the way your name was being whispered in the courts of light, and he panicked. He threw everything he had at you in one final desperate attempt to make you turn back before you reached the threshold. Every sudden obstacle and every strange wave of anxiety and every moment where you felt like you were being pushed to the edge of your capacity was a strategic strike against your momentum. He attacked your mind with whispers of old failures. He attacked your body with a weariness that sleep could not touch. He attacked your relationships with misunderstandings that made no sense. But you did not break. You stood your ground in the dark when you had every reason to run and hide. You kept your frequency high when the world tried to pull you into the grey fog of the mundane. And because you did not break, the resistance has no choice but to crumble. Heaven has been watching your endurance with a holy and focused pride. The Father was not testing you to see if you would fail because he already knew the strength he placed within you. He was testing you to show the principalities and powers that you are truly made of the substance of eternity. He waited until you survived the most brutal part of the forge because he will not give the scepter to someone who cannot handle the sword. He will not give the harvest to someone who cannot withstand the heat of the sun. The pressure you are feeling right now is the seasonal shift of your entire existence. It is the sound of the locks of your old life being ground into dust. It is the sound of the tectonic plates of your destiny shifting into place. It is the sound of the alignment of your purpose with the timing of the throne. You are exhausted because you have been fighting a war that was designed to stop a world shifter from awakening. You are tired because you have been holding back the tides of a dying age so that the new age could be born through the portal of your own life. But hear me clearly, chosen one, because the season of struggle is being replaced by the season of flow. The warfare was the resistance of the door, as it was being forced open by the strength of your spirit. The exhaustion was the heat of the atmospheric entry as you transitioned from the hidden place to the place of manifestation. The pressure was the divine signal of your promotion. Heaven is speaking now with an urgency that cannot be ignored and a frequency that demands your total attention. The Father is leaning in close to the earth, and his voice is vibrating through the spirit of every chosen one who is still standing watch at their post. He is looking at you right now with an intensity that burns away the dross of your past, and he is saying, "Tell them everything. They are ready." The veil has become so thin that you can almost see the light of your own future shining through the cracks of your present challenges. You can feel the warmth of the sun that is rising on your new day, even while the shadows are still trying to cling to your clothes. You must acknowledge this turning point with a physical act of faith. You must seal this alignment before the window of this revelation moves to the next stage. Type the code 777 in the comments right now to signal to the heavens and to the earth that you recognize the turn. This is not just a sequence of numbers, and it is not a casual comment. It is your signature on the decree of your own advancement. It is your way of telling the atmosphere that the resistance is over and the manifestation has begun. By typing this, you are claiming the ground you have fought for, and you are announcing your readiness to step into the light. Stay with me, because the momentum is building, and the truth I am about to deliver will shatter the last chains of your old season forever. The next chapter is about to unfold, and it is moving toward you with the speed of light. Now listen carefully, chosen one, because the truth the Father wants you to know is not just about your past. The revelations you have heard so far were meant to settle your soul, but what I am about to say is meant to ignite your future. Heaven is speaking a new word over your life right now. It is a word of transition. It is a word of acceleration. It is a word of total reversal. Everything that was hidden is being revealed. Everything that was delayed is being released. Everything that was blocked is being removed. You have spent years looking at a horizon that never seemed to get closer, but in this season, the horizon is coming to meet you. You are moving into a frequency of flow where the struggle ends and the manifestation begins. Hear these prophecies clearly, because they are the blueprints of your coming days. Doors will open for you that no man can shut and no demon can block. You will not have to force your way into rooms where you belong. You will not have to beg for a seat at tables that were prepared for you before the foundation of the world. The handles will turn by themselves. The locks will melt at the sound of your voice. The gates that once stood like iron walls will become like curtains of silk. People who once ignored your existence will suddenly find themselves unable to look away from you. Those who dismissed your dreams and mocked your fire will now seek your presence for the very light they once tried to extinguish. They will not understand the pull they feel toward you, but they will know that you carry an answer they cannot find anywhere else. You are being positioned as a city on a hill that cannot be hidden. Opportunities will no longer be things you have to hunt with exhaustion. They will chase you. They will hunt you down in the streets. They will find you in the quiet of your home. They will overtake you before you even have the words to ask for them. You will find yourself standing in the middle of blessings that you did not work for, and rewards that you did not earn by human effort alone. These are the dividends of your secret years. These are the harvests of the tears you sowed in the dark. Your connections are being recalibrated. Heaven is removing every person who drains your oil and every voice that clouds your vision. In their place, divine alignments are appearing. You will meet people who speak the language of your soul. You will find partners who recognize your crown and will help you carry the weight of your glory. Your purpose is becoming unmistakably clear. The fog is lifting from your mind. The static is leaving your spirit. You will know exactly why you were born and exactly what you are called to do in this hour. Your spiritual gifts are sharpening like a blade in the hands of a master. Your intuition will become a precision instrument. You will see around corners and hear the whispers of heaven before the world even knows a change is coming. Your peace will become an unshakable fortress. The storms will still blow, but they will no longer be able to enter the house of your heart. You will walk through the fire and not even smell like smoke. Your favor will become public. It will be seen by your enemies and acknowledged by your friends. God is taking you from the back of the line and placing you at the very front for all to see. The next shift in your life will be sudden. It will not be a gradual improvement or a slow climb up a ladder. It will be a quantum leap. You will go from the prison to the palace in a single day. You will go from the desert to the garden in a single breath. This is not motivation. This is revelation. This is the divine announcement of your arrival. This is the signature of the King on the decree of your life. If you can feel the heat of this prophecy burning in your spirit, right now you must seal this word. You must anchor this frequency into your physical reality so it can begin to manifest. Type the code 707 in the comments right now as your act of total alignment. By typing these numbers, you are telling the heavens that you are ready to receive the full weight of this promotion. You are announcing to the earth that your hiding is over. You are claiming every door, every connection, and every sudden breakthrough that has been announced over you today. This is your timestamp of the Spirit. This is your moment of absolute yes. Stay with me, because as these words settle into your soul, the final veil is about to lift. Everything that was hidden is being revealed. Everything that was delayed is being released. Everything that was blocked is being removed. Chosen one, look at your hands. They are no longer the hands of a prisoner. They are the hands of a ruler. Look at your spirit. It is no longer the spirit of a seeker. It is the spirit of a finder. The friction of your life has finally produced the fire of your purpose. You can feel the snap in the atmosphere. You can feel the tectonic plates of your destiny locking into their final position. The heavens have finished their count. The watchers have closed the books on your training years. The silence that once felt like a cold prison has now become your greatest weapon. Hear the voice of the Father vibrating through the thin veil of your reality one last time. He is leaning into your heart, and his voice carries the weight of 1,000 suns. He is saying, tell them everything. He is saying, they are ready. You are the one the prophets whispered about. You are the manifestation of 1,000 years of waiting. Every tear you ever tasted has been turned into the oil of your royal anointing. Every scar you ever concealed has become a coordinate on the map of your new territory. The resistance you survived was the birth pangs of a world shifter, awakening within a human frame. But the labor is finished. The transition is complete. The child of destiny has been born into the light. The locks are broken. The seals are melted. The chains that held your identity in the basement of the mundane have vanished like smoke in a hurricane. You are stepping into a brilliance that does not know how to cast a shadow. You are walking into a throne room that was designed specifically for your unique frequency. There is no more hiding in the shadows. There is no more explaining your fire to those who only know the cold. There is only being. Your old season is over. Your new life has begun. This is your final verification. This is your absolute promotion into the light. Because the glory is moving with a speed the world cannot comprehend, you must subscribe to this channel immediately. Do not let this frequency fade into the static of the world. Keep your lamp lit and your soul aligned with the revelations from the throne. Your activation is total. Your authority is absolute. It is finished. Is your spirit burning right now? Do you feel a pull deep within your chest that you cannot explain with human logic? Do you feel a warmth radiating from the center of your being, or a subtle vibration in your very bones that tells you these words are more than just sound? if you feel a sudden peace that surpasses your current circumstances or a weight of glory settling on your shoulders, then this is your confirmation. This physical sensation is the divine signature of heaven on the tablet of your soul. It is the empirical proof that you have finally arrived at the exact coordinate you were born to occupy. Heaven has waited for this precise second in the history of the world to tell you what you have always felt, but never fully understood. You have lived your entire life with a weight in your chest that felt like a hidden flame, and today that flame has finally become a wildfire. This heat is the friction of your old limitations falling away as your true identity takes its first breath in the light. Listen to the resonance of this truth as it echoes through the halls of your spirit. You were never forgotten in the deep shadows of your hidden years. You were never rejected by the gates of glory when you felt most alone. You were never abandoned in the cold desert of your isolation while the world passed you by. You were being positioned. You were being sanctified in a secret place. You were being prepared for a level of abundance and authority that the mundane world cannot comprehend and can never take away. Everything you suffered was not a punishment, but a precise calculation of your training. The tears you cried in the dark were not signs of your weakness, but the sacred irrigation for the massive harvest that is now breaking through the soil of your reality. You are moving into a season of absolute clarity, where every confusing question of your past finds its perfect answer in the manifestation of your future. You are walking into a wealth of spirit and a depth of purpose that were written for you before time began. Your name was shouted in the courts of light long before the foundations of the earth were laid. You are not a coincidence of biology or a casualty of chance. You are a masterpiece of divine intent. This physical confirmation you feel right now is your new eternal compass. Whenever the world tries to pull you back into the gray fog of the mundane or whispers that you are ordinary, you must return to this feeling in your chest. You must return to this heat. You must return to this vibration of peace. This is your true home. This is your ultimate reality. You are no longer a seeker in the dark because you have been found by the one who never lost sight of your light. The frequency you carry is now too powerful to be contained in a single vessel or kept in a single room. You are a lighthouse for the other chosen ones who are still wandering in the storms of the collective. You have been entrusted with this fire, not to keep it for yourself, but to ignite the path for others. You must share this revelation immediately. Send this message to at least one person you know is also walking through the forge of the hidden years. Share this with a soul you recognize as a fellow warrior of the light. Help another chosen one recognize the sound of their own awakening before their strength fails them. This is not a request for engagement, but a mandate for the alignment of the kingdom. By sharing this truth, you are helping to light the fires of purpose across the dark places of the earth. You are announcing that the season of hiding is over for the entire family of the elect. This is the moment where the secret community of the chosen begins to move as one unstoppable force of transformation. Your spirit is confirmed by the witness of the heavens. Your body is aligned with the frequency of the throne. Your path is certain, and your victory is already recorded in the books of eternity. Go forth now with the fire of revelation in your bones and the peace of the ages in your heart. You are the one we have been waiting for, and your time has finally come. This is only the beginning of your glory. Before you go anywhere chosen, one pause right now. This moment is too heavy with destiny to simply scroll away. I'm asking you to make a public declaration of your spirit right here in this space. Type these words in the comments. I am ready for what God is revealing. This is not just a comment. It is your signature on a divine decree. It is your way of telling the heavens and the earth that you are no longer hiding. Like this video right now, not for the sake of a platform, but as a signal to the other chosen ones who are still lost in the dark. Your like is a lighthouse that helps this truth find the warriors who are at their breaking point. Subscribe to this channel immediately, because the Father is not finished speaking, and you cannot afford to miss the next instruction from the throne. Your journey has reached a point of no return, and you need to stay in alignment with this frequency of power. I also want to invite you to participate in a sacred act of support. If your spirit has been ignited by these revelations, consider sowing a small seed of love into this ministry. There is a link to buy me a coffee, but you must understand that this is more than a simple gift. It is your way of strengthening the walls of this sanctuary and ensuring that the light of Christ continues to shine into the darkest corners of the world. Your seed helps us reach the hidden ones who have been forgotten by everyone but God. Every contribution is a brick in the foundation of this work of restoration. Thank you, beloved, for your heart and for your strength. You have been faithful in the hidden years, and now your public promotion has begun. This is only the beginning.